Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm so incredibly, I can't even speak this morning yet, so incredibly grateful for all of you. And I'm wishing you nothing but blessings and love today. And I hope that there is peace, harmony, and a beautiful Thanksgiving with your family, because that's what it's about. So, oracles today. No tarot, just oracles. It's usually what I do once in a while, pull the tarot, but oracles is what I live with because they've always shown me direction. So this is for anybody within the collective who has been working on themselves. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean you've been diligently trying to better yourself. You've been working on things for you, mentally, physically, emotionally, spirit, whatever. Those realms, and you've been concentrating on you and kind of ignoring everything else. And I've been in that myself because your higher self was the very first card, and it's number 3 or number 2. And this is from the Sandra Ann Taylor Oracle Energy Deck. So look at that. Breaking open, working on your heart chakra, working on you, figuring out what you need to do for yourself. And how have you been doing that? By quieting your mind, sitting in meditation, listening, not just asking, you're listening too. And it's going to bring in the things that you've been working toward. It's going to bring in those accomplishments because you've been working so hard on yourself and kind of ignoring the rest of the world. But I love this because the treasure chest is sitting on a turtle. Now, the rabbit and the hare, that's what it comes to mind for me, is the tortoise is the diligent, always just moving ahead little by little, not all at once, but all of a sudden you're going to get your little treasure that you've been working so hard toward. Because you've had good intentions and you've been discovering new things about yourself and about whatever it might be in your world, but you've actually taken a look at some of the things that you love to do versus, worrying about everybody else. And it's kind of a good thing. You've been working on your body and your soul. Beautiful card. A dragonfly over here. And dragonflies is good luck. There's going to be a change in the wind. Good things are going to come from all that work that you've done, right? You're going to be celebrating with your friends and your colleagues. It's going to take you into some areas of your life that you probably haven't been through. Some uncharted waters that you're going to be like, oh, this is new. This is something I'm not sure about. And because of that, you are going to, encounter some chaos and conflict. But if you sit and quiet your mind, you're going to get through it just fine. Because there's always going to be this in life. I don't care what goes on, how it happens, or who it's with. But there's always going to be temptation. There's always going to be, going back to and not dealing here, but going back. If you come from this place, this easily gets resolved. And it brings in a healing light for you. Yep, gorgeous. Because of that work, you start bearing some of the fruit of your labor, and you start seeing some of the things that you've been working so hard toward are starting to come out. And if you can imagine it, why can't it come out and be? Why not? I'm definitely going to have somebody coming in for my singles. Somebody that's been watching. Somebody that sees you. And when you willingly release your past, everything that, just live for today. That past, so many of us sit and dwell in the head and think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it. And it's like, all you're doing is bringing it forward with you. Release some of that stuff. Because when you do, all that glitter shows up. Number 7, spiritual. Because you took the time. Be your higher self. Gonna get this. Joyous fun. The royal you. And I pulled 2 from Spirit Animal deck, and then also the Sacred Light. Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time. So, you were moving along. Tortoise speed. But things are now going to start to speed up for you. You're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. You're going to start seeing things coming to fruition for you. This is for those individuals who have worked on themselves, decided that all those old habits and all those old crap and all the stuff that you used to do, and honestly what it is you're starting to grow up. And you're starting finally to realize that the more you buck the system, the more you don't listen to the guides and the spirits and the things that are trying to tell you. You can have it all, but you got to start putting in the work. You can't just expect things to fall in your lap, because that doesn't happen. Because you've had stubborn attitudes, but you're starting to extend the olive branch to certain things and certain people in your world. Resolve some of those conflicts and chaos. Start working on some of those things, because there's a divine creation coming in because of it. Look at her. Acceptance, personal commitments, and euphoria. What a better card. Euphoria. That is how you're going to start feeling when you start getting in touch with that self and that person. And what a better way, and what a better day to be grateful for everything that you already have. And I'm telling you, when you start to realize that life is a gift, life is about you choosing yourself every day, getting up every day and saying, you know what? I deserve to be here. I deserve to have everything that I could ever want. I deserve to make a difference in my life and others. And when you start thinking that way and start putting out those good intentions and not wishing bad, and just because somebody's done you dirty, you know what? You don't know what's going on with that person. It doesn't really give them the right to be that way to you, but it's how you react. It's how you come to the situation. And you can also just be, you know what? I'm not going to play, and walk away. And that's what I've learned how to do. And it's made my life peaceful, a lot less stressful, and a lot less demands that I have to look into, because I stopped giving to the situations and the people that weren't good for my world. It's a hard place to go to. Spiritual journey is never going to be easy, you guys. But eventually, when you get to that place of peace, you don't want anything or anyone disrupting it. And it's a beautiful place to be in. Because when you start looking at the world through those eyes versus poor me, victim mentality, I don't have this, I don't have that, and looking at the things you don't have, that's what you can have in your life. But when you start looking at being grateful, loving yourself, you are important. No matter who you are important. You are loved. That's all you need to remember. So, have a beautiful Thanksgiving with your family. Go and do the things that make your heart expand, and go share that with the world. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you real soon.